Go ahead and start. And Sabrina Jackson is the MS program, the Master of Social Work Program Director and Assistant Professor at the University of Alabama. And she is a member of the students in or aged out of foster care. So Sabrina, we'll have you go and we'll come back to Chrissy. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone. As you know, we love technology and sometimes it cooperates and sometimes it doesn't, but we're excited to be a part of this wonderful day. We've been looking forward to it for a while. I'm an assistant professor here at the University of Alabama School of Social Work and direct our MSW program, but I'm just delighted to even have the opportunity also to direct a college access program for foster youth. I'm also just super excited to represent what I call Team Awesome in terms of our design team that came together to discuss expanding promise for students in or aged out of foster care. Our Team Awesome included Dr. Angelique Day, Dr. Lauren Ford, Ms. Angelique Salazan, and Catherine Lester. And Doug Harris also provided some initial consultation at the beginning of this process with our group. So let's just talk about why College Promise is important for students in or aged out of foster care. There are over 400,000 foster youth nationwide. Nearly 20,000 youth age out of the foster care system between the ages of 18 to 21. 80% of foster youth actually aspire to enroll in college. Unfortunately, though, only 20% actually enroll in college. And as they enroll in college, roughly 3 to 10% actually graduate from college with a bachelor's degree, which is why this conversation is so critical and so important to, for this population. This group faces multiple barriers as they transition from foster care into college. Some of those barriers include financial difficulties, needing to work, housing concerns, lack of supportive adults, mental health issues, just to name a few of the challenges. But I think it's also important not to just talk about the barriers and the challenges without also saying that this group also is super resilient. There are multiple strengths. Those who do make it to college and who are able to graduate from college are resourceful. They have grit, they have determination to succeed in spite of the obstacles that they face. And this College Promise model is really designed to increase the number that have access to this great opportunity. So there are a number of current programs that are designed to support youth who are transitioning or students who are transitioning from foster care into college and who are enrolled in college. There are pre-college or college access programs. There are programs like one that I run in the state of Alabama that's called the National Social Work Enrichment Program. There is the First Star Academy that keeps track of youth from high school graduation on into higher education. There are also campus support programs that are designed to support this population. Programs like Guardian Scholars in California, and there are programs in Michigan and Texas and other states. There are also some statewide initiatives that have been created to support this population. Some of those initiatives include the Fostering Success Michigan initiative, the Guardian Scholars program in California, I mentioned before, California Pathways to Success. There are REACH programs as well. REACH programs in the state of Alabama, in Florida, Georgia, Ohio, and Texas that are working to address the issues and barriers experienced by this population. There are also some national coordinating groups that have also convened to really address the challenges that this population faces. One group is called the Fostering Academic Achievement Nationwide Group, or we use the acronym FAN, F-A-A-N. There's also a national research consortium on foster alumni in higher education, and that group uses the acronym NRC-FAHE, and I hope you'll go to the websites to learn more about these coordinating groups. And finally, child welfare programs are also coming together to identify ways to support college access and college retention for this population. NE Casey has a program, the foundation has a program called Learn and Earn to Achieve Potential, also known as the LEAP program that's designed for this group. As our group came together to think about what College Promise or what a model would look like for this population, we thought about 5 key areas that are really key and really important. I hope you can see the wonderful graph that one of our team members, Dr. Ford, created for us for the presentation. We believe this population needs financial support, of course, as we think about College Promise traditionally does. But we also, beyond tuition and beyond those resources, youth also need information or financial support as it relates to fees and books. And I think from other presentations, we heard a little bit more about the financial support being provided. We also believe that this group, we need to establish campus support programs at institutions across the country, whether that's at a 4-year institution or our 2-year college campuses. We need designated programs for this population. Those designated programs also need designated space on their campuses so that youth are able to have a place to assemble and to find support and find community in those places. In addition to financial support and the establishment of campus programs, this population also needs personal support. That personal support can include access to their basic needs, from housing to healthcare, mental health care access, childcare, and even housing, and finally transportation. These are things that we often don't address or think about sometimes in the current programs, but youth also need this personal support. They need social and emotional support. And finally, a College Promise model should also include collaboration with local agencies in those college communities and collaboration with community partners. And our paper talks a lot more in detail about who those agencies need to be and who those partners should be as well. But as I wrap up our talk, we think it's important because college attainment predicts increased employment and it predicts earnings in the general population. Of course, we know the benefits can be even greater for students in or aged out of the foster care system. If college completion, not just attendance, if it's going to be an earnest goal for us, policymakers, practitioners, educators, we have to address this particular population. We need more attention to be paid to addressing the unique barriers that this student population faces, this student group that's in or aged out of the foster care as they pursue higher education attainment. And I'll close with a quote from Ebony, who received her BSW and also recently received her MSW. Ebony shared, "Graduating from college meant that I won. It meant that my father was wrong when he said I was stupid and lazy and a waste of space. Most of all, it meant that I would gain the knowledge to use my experience to help other people. College meant freedom from my past. It meant the ability to choose my future." And we believe, our design team believes, a College Promise model program for students in or aged out of foster care will make a tremendous difference for all those who are like Ebony, who want a better future. And we believe education truly is that difference maker that gives them that opportunity. Thank you so much.
Sabrina, thank you. What a powerful quote to end on. Very inspiring.